Welcome back to the CryptoWorld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and over the last 24 hours, we have seen some of the craziest price action, from Bitcoin pumping all the way to $30,000, getting a rejection from resistance, and then dumping back down to this important support, which is now rebounded off this support, heading back up towards this resistance, which I'll talk about in just a moment, alongside Ethereum now running into resistance, which I'll talk about later in the video, so definitely stick around. First of all, just giving you a quick update here on the daily Bitcoin chart. And right now, as of recording this video, like I've been saying this entire time, the daily time frame is still in a bullish trend because we're still seeing higher lows and higher highs here on the daily Bitcoin chart. But just in the shorter term, within the last 1 to 2 weeks or so, of course, we've taken a pause from this bullish trend after the daily Bitcoin RSI was in overbought territories, telling us we're due to see a cool off from the trend. But now that we have already seen that cool off from the trend, and that's reset the RSI back down towards more neutral levels, this is technically giving us more room to the upside to potentially continue the trend later on. And in fact, right now, as I'm recording this video, the daily Bitcoin RSI is starting to reverse back to the upside, while the momentum here in the MACD is also attempting to reverse back to the upside, but we are still yet to confirm another bullish cross here in the daily Bitcoin MACD. So basically, the larger trend here on the daily time frame is still bullish, but we are yet to fully confirm the next significant leg to the upside in this bullish trend, because we still need to see a little bit more confirmation, like a bullish cross here in the daily Bitcoin MACD, or a breakout again above this resistance here in the price action. And now, if you're zooming into the shorter term, this is on the 4-hour Bitcoin chart, and obviously, as you can see here on the smaller time frames, we have had a crazy 24 hours with the Bitcoin price pumping all the way to this line of resistance, which comes from these two highs, now acting as resistance. And in case you're wondering, this line of resistance is sitting just underneath $30,000. Right now, it's sitting at around 29.7K to 29.8K approximately. And as for support here on the 4-hour time frame, we have this area of support sitting in between around 27.5K to 27.8K, which is where we saw a bounce in the price of Bitcoin based on the 4-hour candle closes. And as for this short-term bullish divergence, which I first warned about 2 videos ago, saying we're potentially about to flip more bullish due to this pattern, obviously this has now already played out. We have already seen a lot of bullish price action within the last 2 days. So I don't necessarily expect this bullish divergence to continue to play out, but technically speaking, if you're looking at the 4-hour Bitcoin RSI, this is still currently trending to the upside, forming higher lows and higher highs. So the momentum in the short term is technically still more bullish than bearish. But of course, in the latest pump in the price of Bitcoin, that pump all the way up to around $30,000 before we got that rejection, that led the 4-hour Bitcoin RSI into overbought territories, telling us we're due to see a short-term cool-off, which is exactly what we saw. We saw a quick retracement in the price of Bitcoin back down to support, which helps to reset the RSI, now giving us some more room to the upsides. And now you might be wondering what actually caused this move to the upside from around 27,000 to 30,000. And well, on top of this bullish divergence telling us we're due to see potentially some short-term bullish momentum, this was not only the bullish indication that we had here, because once again, as I explained in more detail in my last video, we had the funding rate, which were mostly sitting in the negative, telling us we're likely going to see some bullish price action, if not a short squeeze. And obviously, that's exactly what ended up happening. We did see a small short squeeze in the price of Bitcoin, which basically means the shorts either have to close their positions or get liquidated. And as I explained in more detail in my last video, once again, that adds buying pressure to the market, which pushes prices higher, which results in more short positions having to be closed or liquidated, which continues pushing the price higher. And that's exactly what a short squeeze is. And now what's very interesting is, despite the fact that we got this large move to the upside, this short squeeze played out due to the fact that we had a retracement in the price of Bitcoin. These funding rates are still mostly sitting in the negative, which once again, as I explained in more detail in my last video, is technically more bullish than bearish. So even after that massive pump in the price of Bitcoin, followed by a dump and then a rebound, there are still a lot of traders in the market trying to short Bitcoin, Ethereum, and these other coins where the funding rates are sitting in the negative. So overall, in terms of the trend and the momentum, I am leaning slightly more bullish than bearish, because obviously we're still seeing these bullish signals like the momentum indicators in the short term trending to the upside. But with that being said, because of this crazy price action, it's not like we're within a pattern and we have a technical price target. We just need to pay attention to these support and resistance levels rather than a specific price target or trade to make. So once again, in the short term, even though the overall momentum might be looking more bullish than bearish, just keep in mind we could see some more of this crazy price action because we don't have any exact price targets, because the price itself is not within a technical pattern. It's just performing some crazy price action. And now, believe it or not, you can still make a lot of money in crypto, even during some choppy sideways price action like this. And if you want to know how to do that, then stick around to the end of this video to find out more. But first, getting into the Ethereum part of this video, this right here is on the daily ETH to US dollar chart. And once again, as I've been saying this entire time, the larger trend on the daily time frame is still bullish, because obviously we are still seeing larger, higher lows and higher highs here on the daily ETH to US dollar chart. But once again, just in the shorter term, within the last 1 to 2 weeks or so, we have seen a pause from that larger bullish trend because the RSI was overbought, telling us we're due to see a cool off from the trend. But now that this cool off has already happened, this has helped to reset the daily RSI back down towards more neutral levels, which technically gives us some more room now to the upsides. But once again, as I said earlier, for Bitcoin on the daily time frame, in order to confirm the next significant leg to the upside in this bullish trend, we need to have some more confirmation, like a stronger reversal here in the RSI, a bullish cross in the MACD, or simply a confirmed breakout here in the price action back above this resistance, which is sitting in between around 1980 to 2040, and this local high is sitting at around 2130 to 2140. And as for support on the daily time frame, we still have this area of support in between 1770 to 1820, which also proved again as support over the last 1 day with yet another perfect bounce. And now if you're zooming into the shorter term, this is on the 4-hour ETH to US dollar chart, and obviously we also saw some crazy price action here in the short term over the last 1 day. But overall, the price of ETH has basically been bouncing around between this support and this resistance. First of all, this area of support is sitting in between around 1830 to 1850, and this area of resistance is sitting in between around 1920 to around 1950 approximately. And once again, if you want to know how to make money in crypto in a choppy sideways price range, then stick around to the end of this video. But first, overall, if you're looking at the 4-hour Ethereum RSI still trending in the bullish direction, the short-term momentum is still looking more bullish than bearish, meaning it's likely we're going to see a little bit more bullish price action rather than bearish price action, at least for now, while the momentum is still bullish. But obviously, we cannot ignore this resistance. Of course, it's still possible we could see rejections from this resistance, but in an even more bullish scenario, if we actually see a confirmed breakout with perhaps a retest from this resistance, confirming it again as support, then in that case, the next price target would be these local highs. But at least for now, obviously, this remains the resistance to pay attention to. And now, if you want to know how to maximize your profits in crypto, no matter if the price is going to the upside, to the downside, or simply chopping around sideways like at the moment, it, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how to make money if the price is going either up or down, and the video in the bottom left shows you how to make money if the price is chopping around sideways like right now. But anyway, that's everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.